let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning, there ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm screaming, okay, it's a dream. And I pray as a team, one day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it on. You got one life to ball. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a handout, I already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling in command now. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me.
You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot. Turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency. Welcome to the normal Sunday edition of Motor Cop Chronicles podcast. Just like I said, I believe on Wednesday, did go assist in the funeral of the former governor Edwin Edwards. Picture of him right here. If you're watching on video or the live stream, it's him right here. I believe he's like 92 or 93 years old. people not in the area. He was a 4-term governor of the state of Louisiana. Also, did a little bit of prison time also. For some type of corruption. I don't know. Anyway, he passed away. I had the opportunity on a couple occasions to actually meet this man, and he was actually a very nice man, interesting to talk to and everything, especially with he had a really Cajun accent. Anyway, he passed away. Like I said, I went and assisted with his funeral. State police called around, asked for a whole bunch of agencies. They had agencies all the way from all over the state, from way up north, Lake Charles area. I mean, just all over. I've been in funerals with a lot more cops and motorcycle cops before, but than this one. But there was a very good assortment. Like I did say, I did shoot some little short videos to let everybody see kind of, kind of what we see when we're at work as a motor cop here. So I'll throw this first one up here. I took all the audio out of it because I mean, a lot of these guys, they can't be on, they're not allowed to do any social media stuff like podcasts and stuff like that. So I took the audio out, but this first one right here, this is when I first got there. I had parked, and some of the guys around, you can see they was parked up on the sidewalk, the main thing going up to the state capitol. If you're watching on video or live, this is right there's the Louisiana State Capitol. You can see how I had all the flags and everything out. Parked here. I'm gonna walk down. I walk down, and you'll just see a lot of the bikes and different agencies that were there. Like I said, it was a good turnout. Like I said, I've been at some law enforcement funerals. Had way more motorcycles and stuff than this, but it was a lot of bikes, as you can see. Like I said, they're from all over the state. I will tell you, it was hot today. I mean, at like 9 o'clock this morning, the feel like temperature was like 98 degrees at 9 o'clock. So at this point, we feel like temperature was well over 100 degrees. It was hot. Here's a line of state police bikes. Probably damn near every bike they have in the entire state here. So I just did a little walk down here. Like I said, this was around, it just started back over. This was around about, it was around 12 o'clock. So hot, it was hot. As you can see, at least it was still sunny out. And as we'll see towards the other videos, it didn't last at all. But they had it all decorated up. Thanks, Randy. Yes. Even though it was, hot and just miserable, that's just part of being a motor guy. A lot of the people don't realize. We tell the guys when they went through training, well, when they used to do stuff like that, you're going to be doing a lot of shit on days you're supposed to be off and hot, wet, and miserable, things you don't want to be doing. It's just part of it. So the second video. Right here is we were having, they're having a little meeting. We always do this at all of them. They kind of go over the route and tell people, who's going to be holding different intersections or whatever, if you're going to be holding any. And basically what was going on here at the time. Like I said, a little short video. But we always do this. If you do notice, motor guys will find a shade tree if at all possible. We're all gathered up under this one shade tree right there, just trying to get a little bit of relief from the heat. So, but that was during the little meeting. There was others, but this is we're heading back towards the motorcycle.
they were getting ready to bring the former governor out of the state capitol, and we're heading back to our bikes. You always put your helmets back on for stuff like that. So this is what we're doing here. Is we're walking back, getting ready to get our helmets on, and we get called to attention, and we I will say that was one of the longest times I had to stand at attention. It was probably about 10 or 15 minutes, and it was like, it felt like an hour in that heat out there. Nobody passed out, thank God. There was one guy. I think there was a guy from Ascension Parish. I don't know if he got a little lightheaded during that part of it, and to get stepped back. I was at one point towards the I was at the point not about to pass out, but I was like, oh God, I felt like I was melting with my fat ass, and I was like, God, how long are they going to hold us here at attention, saluting like that? Finally, we got to go down to we were saluting. We wasn't just at attention for like 10 or 15. It was at least 10 minutes. It felt like a lifetime when you stand up there in that heat and helmet, and your brains are boiling inside your head. I've been to several. I'm sure Rendy has, but she was around for a whole lot too. That I've seen guys drop to the ground from the heat. What is weird about it, and me and some other guys said something about it, is it don't seem like we ever get, just very few. It seems like whenever we have dignitary funerals or law enforcement funerals, unfortunately, all that stuff like that, it always seems like it's during the hottest part of the year. Very seldom do we ever have these during the wintertime. And a lot of guys don't like it. I would much rather be cold than, like I said, the heat was atrocious today, as usual, in South Louisiana. This here, we had just left. We had pulled out. I know the video's vibrating and the focus ain't all that great because it's on my phone. I had it mounted up so it goes in and out of focus, and of course it vibrates because it is a Harley. So we're heading out. I was actually in the first two bikes, and I was right there in the front of it. Just happened I ended up when we parked, but we got a light stuff. I adjusted on, I think, another video coming up, so it's a bit better. It's hard for me to see, but we're going to come up. I don't know if it goes all the way to it. We're going to come up to a red light, and we have to stop, shut down our bikes and stuff. And we had to wait stuff to catch up, and they had a band. I think the band from Southern University was there. They call themselves a Human Jukebox or something like that. They were involved in it, and it was a horse-drawn carriage. It was a horse-drawn. They had a horse-drawn hearse carriage that they brought the former governor down to. Randy says she had a former motorman fussing at her Saturday because they had to escort y'all Saturday. Yeah, and I know y'all had some. I seen it on the news. For the. Like I said, you hate to call it an anniversary, but it was 5 year, I believe, from the ambush where several people officers and stuff got killed, and Nick got, hurt real bad and stuff. It don't even seem like it was that long ago at all. Anyway, we stopped right here. The video's gonna cut in a second. We ended up we had shut the motorcycles down, and some of the guys, they did have I think they had one guy in the back, one motor guy in the back. I guess he learned his lesson. He didn't shut his bike down, and I guess left it idling because even though the LED lights for some reason ain't them little batteries on these bikes, it'll just eat them up. He left it. He ended up farther down when we were escorting. He ended up having to drop out because his bike overheated. Most of us all just I did. The guys in front of me and beside me, we all shut our bikes down until, we had to wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I wasn't timing it. So Yeah, but you got to shut up. Harleys or air-cooled bikes. They don't have radiators on them. They will overheat very easily. This is after we started moving back again after the little short stop. You see, it's a better picture for everybody. I adjusted my phone so you could see a little bit. Like I said, I guarantee you those guys in front of me, those Baton Rouge City guys, I mean, all of us, I mean, just sweat just running down you, just dripping. Nothing you can do about it. And a lot of the motor guys out there, I guess their departments made them. They had long sleeves and ties and shit on. Thank God. I mean, that's even more miserable. Just baking out there in the heat with your helmet on, just like boiling my little bit of brains I have left inside my head. But we're still going. We're not going fast right here. We're probably doing, 5-6 miles an hour. I mean, you're clutching it the whole time, basically, because we're not going fast enough just to even release the clutch out of while you're in first gear, just to disengage it. You see all the other, you see all the law enforcement people on the side of the road. They had a lot of those, the units they had staged up from all over the state also. So, just sweating our dicky doos off at this point. This is actually the first time I'm watching it all the way through myself. So, for me getting home and everything else, at least I wasn't too tired. I know on Wednesday I said I'd do this if I wasn't too tired. I am kind of tired because that heat takes it out of you. We just did it loop back. I'm not sure. Anyway, they had a couple of different fire departments out there, and they both had the. I don't know if you can see them in these videos. There it is, right there. They have their big ladder trucks up with the American flag in between it. Yeah, we're stopping there. That's where we're gonna stop again. And it almost always, I'll say one thing. It almost always gives me chills when I have to ride up underneath those American flags like that. And they had two of them. They did that twice. They had 4 ladder trucks out there because they had the flag there, and they had the flag closer to the old state capitol too. This the same video? I'm not sure. I had so many of them to try. We'll fast forward and see. Yeah, that's the same video. This one here is real short. We were told to mount up. We were getting ready to leave at our second stop, and they're like, "Oh, never mind. We're not leaving." The band just got to the other place, and I made a comment to the guys in front of me. I'm like, at this point you see his hand on his mic, and you're finding out, we're not leaving again yet, and we ended up getting back off our bikes, taking our helmets off. Somebody like a premature ejaculator on that one there, so it was kind of funny. It was like, come on, so then you get to relax for a minute, take your helmet off, and get a little bit of air. On this one right here, this was actually several out once we finally got there. This is at the old state capitol, which is basically almost like a museum and stuff. And I know people rent it out and stuff to get married and stuff in. It looks like a big castle. This is the old state capitol down by the Mississippi River in Baton Rouge. If you see right here, they're heading up the stairs. I know it's far away because I was pretty far away. But I think I have in the video, you'll see them bringing the former governor up the stairs. And I think state troopers are doing it. And it was a slow process. They take every little step. I don't know if I zoom in. There they are right here coming up. I zoomed out. There they are right there going up the steps. And that's a lot. That's a lot of steps, people. You see how they go just one step all at the same time. That's probably why it took them so long to get them out, coming out of the state capitol, because there's even more steps there. They had some people out there, taking pictures and watching, and some news organization. Not as much as I thought it would be. I'm gonna tell you all that right now. I thought it had been a lot more civilian people out there than what it was. Is because everybody knew who Edwin Edwards was in the state of Louisiana. I don't know if it's because it was hot or just because it was a Sunday or what it was, but I really thought there would have been a bigger civilian crowd out. Of course, this funeral service here where they're doing the service was at the old state cabin. I think it was private for friends and family. It wasn't open to the public. Maybe that's why they didn't have a lot of people out. I'm not sure. But, of course, they had all the flags and stuff out at the old state capitol. It's actually, if you ever get a chance to go in there, it's very pretty. And I think they have like a little museum part. They used to the last time I was in there, but I remember going to field trips in school. You're not going to remember that far back. But it's actually real pretty in there. So if you get a chance, but in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and you're not getting shot at, you get a chance to go there, go. Just make sure it's during the daytime. All right. This one is this right here. I meant to pause it. I stopped it. But that video I'm going to show. This one. All right, we brought him over to the old state capitol. It was probably about 12:30 at this time. I'm guessing. I didn't look at much. About 12:30ish, and they the funeral service at the old state capitol was, I think, at 2, around there, because we didn't leave. We left the old state capitol back at about it was after 3:30, 3:40, somewhere's up in there. Like I said, I wasn't paying attention. It's an approximate. So what do y'all do in that time? Well, at first I went and parked in a shady area. Sergeant Wheezy, my sergeant, pulled up and said that they a whole bunch of other motor guys were going over to it's a pizza joint downtown Baton Rouge called Slits and Giggles. So we went to I had never eaten there before, but anyway, we went to Schlitz. I want to say Shits and Giggles, but it's Schlitz and Giggles pizza place, and of course they have air conditioning, thank God. So we went there and I ate a margarita pizza and drank 2 big glasses of water, and we hung out in there until it was about time for us to go back, just soaking up the air. I'd never eaten there. Sergeant Wheezy was there. Y'all heard me mention before Highlander on another one, which he'll eventually be a guest, but he was there. There's a whole bunch of motor guys there. We got around, we ate, hang out, told stories, bullshitted what we do. Because we had it was a couple hours in between, so you want to find some shade and shit to do stuff because it gets hot. So anyway, well, this was after we got back. It was probably about 3:30, 4, close to 4. We're leaving out to go to the cemetery. Now, if I'm right, you might see my finger rub across the screen. So I think I put my glasses on. Buzzing or something. We're heading to the state. As you can see, I'm not in the front of the back. You never know unless you assign some part in the escort. think. You can hear me now. I had muted my mic. This next one, let's see. Yeah. This next one is after we had finished, I was on my way home. Actually, I had to pull over, and I got another shield I put on my bike, on my helmet, that covers my face for this condition. This is after the rain had actually slacked off that I ended up getting my weight back. And as you can see, it was raining pretty good in. When I pulled in here, you could see 6 feet from the ground. It was wrong. I didn't have a chance to put my slipper suit on, my rain suit, and it was like I just jumped in with my full uniform on. So by the time I did get home, I was pretty wet. It sucked pretty bad. So I got home, took my clothes off, dried off, put some dry clothes on. So it's just, so that's it. That was basically the short version of my day to day and what it kind of looks like behind my point of view, working on these type of funerals and stuff like that. So and there's old Silver Fox Slick Eddie right there. May he rest in peace. The state's gonna be a less place without that man. I will say that, and I'm not one of the big fanfare type people or nothing like that. So that was that part. I'm gonna tell 2 short stories. It's not gonna, unless this drags out, which I don't think it should. We're gonna be done, and then we'll be ready for doing the news Wednesday. So like I said, a couple short stories. I don't know, about some background music for it. This first one, the tot that pulled somebody over, he paced them, like 90, 95, makes a traffic stop, pulls them over. Well, this guy is, I guess, pissed off. So tot called, just asked for some additional unit, more as a witness of what's going on. Then, the guy wasn't being aggressive, physically or nothing. Just he's being verbally aggressive abuse, however you want to call it. So I ended up going over there, back him up, two road units, 2 uniformed guys to go over there too. Well, I'm just standing there. I'm minding my own damn business. I'm just watching. It's the Tot's call. And I'm just standing there, listening. I hadn't said nothing to nobody. The guy's just, like, oh, I'm videotaping y'all. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I don't know how you pulled me over. Well, I'm standing there. I'm not even close. This guy fucking turns around. He looks at me and he's like, what's your name? Well, I said, it's my name right here. It's on my uniform right here. You can read it. What's your badge number? I said, well, you can call dispatch. They'll tell you. You're not going to tell me your badge number? I said, no, I'm not. I'm like, why are you talking to me? Why are you engaging me? I said, I wasn't even talking to you. Come over here bothering me. Leave me alone. I said, go back over here. Then he's bitching at the top. Y'all are detaining me. I was on my way to a barbecue and yada, yada, yada. It's like, the top looks down and it's like, dude, you're detaining yourself. All you got to do is sign this ticket and you're free to go. Oh, no, I'm waiting on your supervisor. So, of course, Sergeant Wheezy comes over there, Basically, in the top, when Sergeant Wheezy got there, he comes walking over and the top's like, oh, no. In front of the guy he did this too. He said, go talk to him first, because I don't want to be him to be able to say, oh, no, y'all got y'all stories all together before. No, tell your side of the story there, buddy. Tell your side of the story. So he went through the whole spiel. He told Sergeant Reed, and he wouldn't give me his badge number. Technically, I don't have a badge number. There are no numbers on my badge. I have a unit number, which was plastered on the side of my unit. So don't take a rocket science. If you just videotape me and see what it is. But you come bother me, I wasn't even talking to you. Anyway, Sergeant Wheezy kind of talked to the guy. The guy finally signed his ticket, took his ticket. You know, of course, I'm coming to court. I'm off. Well, come to court. Come to court. Because his whole thing was the only reason he was speeding was because the tot was behind him, following him too closely, and it was making him nervous and he was trying to get out of the way. I don't know. So you got to speed up to 90 or 95 and then 65 to try. Just, well, if it makes you nervous, scoot the fuck over, let him go around. It makes no sense. But you know, today's day and age, of course, you know, everybody's getting accused of, you know, basically pulling a guy over because he was driving while black, like that other guy said, which was not the case whatsoever. Because if the guy wouldn't have run his mouth, I'm going to tell you this right here. This guy would not have run his fucking mouth. I know the tot. The tot would have gave him a warning. He was probably just pulling the guy over and say, hey, dude, you need to slow the fuck down. Slow down. And he even said that. He told me, he's like, I was just going to get a dude a warning. And he wouldn't shut the fuck up, run his mouth and stuff like that. So this dumbass actually talked his way in. He talked his way into a ticket. Because the tot's not a big ticket, right? Like as much as I am. You're much more likely to get a warning out of him than you are me. But nope, not this guy. He got a ticket because he couldn't keep his fucking mouth shut. So that was that one. That was interesting. And this motherfucker's going, dude, why are you talking to me? I haven't even acknowledged your existence. But you're going to come over here and start bothering me. Leave me alone. Good fuck away. So, let's get on to the next one. Not dragging shit out. I don't like dragging shit out. So, this next one, I think is real funny. This one was from Sergeant Wheezy. Sergeant Wheezy is in a parking lot, the back of a parking lot, waiting to pull out. Well, basically, go across the street because he had ordered himself some lunch over the phone. He was going to pick it up. So he's waiting on traffic to clear. While he's in his vehicle, we've been in our vehicles a lot. It's been raining every fucking day at some point for a month. It's ridiculous. It's aggravating. I'm sick of the rain. Anyway, he's in his unit, which is also a pickup truck. And he says he sees this Cox cable guy across the street. He said the Cox cable guy's just kind of looking at him. He's like, what's this motherfucker staring at me for? And he said he's still looking. So he's looking at him. He said, next thing, he said the Cox guy pulls out his cell phone. He's like, I know this motherfucker ain't videotaping me just sitting here waiting to try to get out in traffic. He said about that time he saw the Cox cable guy kind of move his head to the side. Well, Sergeant Wheezy happened to look in his rearview mirror. He said when he looked in his rearview mirror, he saw these two women behind him in his marked unit beating the hell out of each other in a Walgreens parking lot. Fist fight right behind his unit. And he's like, oh shit. So he gets out of his unit and goes over there and breaks them up. He's like, what's the deal? He said when he put there, I mean, it was two females. One of them had a very part. It's not a whole shirt. It was like a halter top, that crop top thing. So, I mean, boobs were, you know, bulging out of this thing as it was, and she was very well endowed in the boob area. And he said when he got there and they were fighting, he said their titties were flying everywhere. And I looked down the side. I think one of them got you. I think you got a nipple mark right there on the side of your cheek. He's like, no, they're right here by the drive-thru at this Walgreens. He said, he's like, lady, you put your titties up. Thank you. You know, you got people trying to pick their mess. Put your boobs up. He's like, what is the issue? What the fuck's going on? Why are y'all beating the hell out of each other in the Walgreens parking lot? And he's like, the the one with the titties, look, she's like, I just got out of jail. And come to find out, we'll just cut to this part. Come to find out that they were lesbians and they were together, lovers, couple. I don't know, whatever. They were together. They were lesbians, you know. The other one, she was a little bull dyke. She was. You could tell she was the man of the this relationship. Well, anyway, the girl one had just gotten out of jail for what unknown reason. I don't know. I don't really care. But she had just recently been released, exonerated, whatever, bonded out. And the other one decides, you know, they're over there in something about a cell phone, and then they got in a fight because the other one got mad because the one that just got out of jail wouldn't eat her pussy. So it was a fist fight over pussy eating. The one with the titties didn't want to press charges. Oh, I love her. I still love her. No. Of course, the other little bulldog, she's like, I don't love her, but I ain't going to press charges. She got kids and stuff. So finally, Sergeant Wheezy talked into. They separated. They ended up going their own separate ways, hopefully. Maybe, you know, they'll hug and kiss and make up. Maybe they won't. Don't know. So this whole domestic situation happened over some taco munching that wasn't taking place. I guess, figure you've been in jail for a while, you need to do some taco munching. So that was pretty. Sergeant Wheezy's pretty much, I'll say this, Sergeant Wheezy is pretty much a shit magnet. Like I said, this is not a rare occurrence for him just to be in a parking lot or just being somewhere and shit just happens. And he happens to be around all the time. He is a shit magnet. Yes, that was a real cat fight over a cat. Some vajayjays there. So anyway, that's the two stories. That was the funeral I did today. It was a long day. It was hot. Then I got fucking rained on the way home. So, and yes, I am tired. And yes, I got to get back up. I'll be up at 4:30 in the morning, getting ready and going to do this shit again. So, hope everybody had a good weekend, better weekend than me anyway. And Wednesday, I think Doc should be back. Hopefully he gets feeling better. I hadn't talked to him this weekend, letting him rest. If he's not here, and we're going either way. So come back Wednesday night around 7. We're going to be live with the midweek news, which is always fun for me. I love that part of it. I hope y'all enjoy it. If you want to be a guest, email me, messages on Facebook. Also, got a TikTok account. Check it out. Motor Cop Chronicles. And what else? I think that's about it. Like I said, if you want to be a guest, let me know. Always looking for guests. It's the hardest part of this. If you're listening on Apple iTunes, go hit 5-star, write a review. It helps with the algorithm. The more we get, the higher we get up in the rankings. And everybody keep themselves safe, watch people's back, and remember to always smile, because the Iceman could always be behind you.
On the throttle, this is how legend